CBS World News, Bob Trout speaking. And again, we bring you the available reports, all of them from German sources, on what the Berlin radio calls the invasion. There is still no Allied confirmation from any source. Correspondents who rushed to the War Department in Washington soon after the first German broadcast was heard were told that our War Department had no information on the German report. There's been no announcement of any sort from Allied headquarters in London. The first news of the German...
Hello, YouTubers. Another wonderful Saturday. Conspicuously notice that we're not in Sean's garage, we're in mine. And it is New Year's Day, so Happy New Year's. Different video, not CCKW related. This one's more ham radio oriented. So, I don't know how many of you keep up with Facebook or Instagram, but I posted something new. There's one of my prized vehicles has gone away and has been replaced by another one. So, yes, there's a new member of the Randy fleet. And that is, I'll spin you around here. That would be a 2020 Ram 1500 Classic Warlock Edition pickup truck. They gave me a hot smoking deal on trading in my Jeep, and a pickup truck suits my lifestyle a little better. And for what they gave me on the truck with today's truck market, and trade in on my Jeep, I just couldn't say no. So that is the new addition to the Randy fleet. So I basically had to start all over again. All my ham radio stuff had to come out of the Jeep. All my lighting, emergency lighting from my Pennsylvania State Constable stuff, all had to come out. And it all, believe it or not, is in that truck right now. Yes, you can't see a thing. That's right. Take a look at it. It looks just like a stock Ram truck. And this is the Warlock Edition. Got the, I don't know how well you can see it. And it's pouring down rain and it's cold, but it says Warlock on the back. So we're going to try to do this by dodging the raindrops. So now, for those of you that are wondering, don't panic. I still have the police Crown Vic. I don't think it's going anywhere. But yeah, this is the new POV. So, but like I said, everything's in it. Now you'll notice the antenna on the roof, kind of temporary. That's a mag mount temporarily, until I get the right antenna mount. But it was interesting trying to get everything in there and not drill any holes or not poke anything into the body or anything like that. So I figured I'd share what I did to keep it looking stock, but yet still have all my stuff in it. So the first thing I did was, if you remember right, in the Jeep I had two radios. I had my Motorola radio, which covered all my VHF 2-meter repeater stuff and my public safety frequencies. And then I had a Zastone D9000 radio in a Jeep for my UHF VHF stuff. Well, I really didn't use the Zastone all that much, so I took it out. It's sitting over yonder, and I doubt that I'm going to put it back in. But yeah, here it is right here, underneath of the pile. So there's my Zastone, and I don't think it's going to go back in. I think I'm just going to find a new home for it. But in the extension speaker and the microphone for the Zastone, I don't think it's going back in. So for right now, just the Motorola's in there, which is good enough for what I use it for. So of course, with all the mobile install problems, first you got to get power in there, then you got to get the coax in there, and then you got to figure out where you're going to mount it. And if you've ever tried to mount a vehicle radio in a newer vehicle, you know it's dang near impossible, especially to do it with no holes drilled. So I got to searching around, and of all places I found it, and none of this is sponsored, I paid for all this myself, but Gigaparts had a gooseneck mount from a company called Lido. I'll put a link to it down in the description. But it worked out real well. Let me walk out here in the rain and I'll show you. So there it is. So it's a no holes drill. So it just uses one of the seat bolts. If you look right here underneath of the floor mat, you see I just used one of the existing seat bolts. And it came with all this bracketry. And then it's goosenecked all the way up to a mount. And then I just mounted my Motorola to it, which worked out really well. So that was the first thing I put in, was that mount. And then I just put the stock Motorola mount on top of the gooseneck. So that worked out real well. And because I'm just running a remote mount head, the rest of the radio is underneath of the driver's seat. Which then posed another question. So if I'm going to put the transceiver itself, the brick, underneath of the driver's seat, how do I get the coax and the power over there? So everything's run under the door trim. So like on the driver's side, this door trim right here, and this kick panel on the driver's side, it's all run through there on the other side. So let me back out of the rain a little bit here. So, but if you follow the door trim on the driver's side and go up the kick panel to the firewall, where the emergency brake is on the driver's side, if you go to the top of the emergency brake and follow it to the firewall, there's an actual cable there. Well, there's a big honking 3-inch grommet. It goes through the firewall, and the only thing that's in it is the emergency brake cable. So you get a little X-Acto knife and you can cut a little slit in that grommet, and you can pass your power wiring and your coax through there. So let me pop the hood and I'll show you what I did underneath. I hope I can dodge some more raindrops here. Where the hell's the thing? Here it is. So you'll notice that I went right to the battery. So this is positive feed, this is a negative feed, and I just followed the battery lines. There's the fuse for the radio, and then I wire loomed it down, and then way down inside of there you can see where the emergency brake cable comes out, and I put the wire loom right up to the grommet, and then that's where it goes through. And I left enough room so I could put the coax back in there too. So eventually what I'm going to do, and that gets me power into the radio, but this fender bolt right here, I know they make a bracket that you can use this existing fender bolt, and it comes down over here, comes up over, and gives you a 3/4 inch NMO mount, so you can fender mount your antenna right here. So that's where I'm going to put the antenna at, is right there, and I'm going to use that fender bolt, either that one or that one of the two, but I'll use one of them for the antenna mount, and then my antenna will stick out here, out from underneath the hood. But yeah, that was it. So that's that. But then that comes out, and it's going to be tough to see, but back up in there you can kind of sort of see it. Next to that white block, you'll see where the emergency brake cable goes through, and then it's behind this kick panel right here. And then I ran down behind that, down underneath of this, and then you'll see that little bit right there, and then the radio's up underneath. I know you can see a good place to see it, but it's under there. So, and then the connecting cable is just right here, and that connects the brick to the head. And I've got these WeatherTech floor liners that take up every inch of carpet and protect the carpet. So I just tucked it up underneath of the WeatherTech floor mat until I got to there, and then I went up the gooseneck up to the head. So, and then you'll notice that I've got all my emergency lighting in here too. So I've got behind the windshield lights. I've got a visor light there. And I've got another light in the back window. And these Dodges, they only have one 12-volt power port. So AutoZone has this little 4-port cigarette lighter thing because I didn't want to cut into any wiring or anything. And it's all on switches. So let me go to the other side and I'll show you. But it's pretty neat. I'm getting drenched out here. Oh, yeah, the front of it. I mean, you can't see anything. It looks just like a stock Ram truck. It's really nice. I like it. So AutoZone makes this little switch box, and they're just flippy switches, and they got indicator lights when they're on. And then you just plug your cigarette lighter plugs into the switch box, and that way I keep everything all independent. Now I'm still kind of fiddling with this a little bit, but temporarily it's all right. And then I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this. I think I'm gonna zippy tie that back to there, and then put this behind the rearview mirror. I still got lots of cable here, so that's the only thing you'll really see is this. And I'm usually by myself anyway, so nobody's ever in here. But yeah, that's the long and short of it. So I'll probably order the new bracket today and the new NMO mount. But yeah, that's it. So how I stuffed all my lighting and a remote mount head VHF radio into a 2020 Ram 1500 Classic. Now with these Rams, especially with the Classics, because the Classic's like a little 4th generation Ram and a little 5th generation Ram, you gotta watch what you buy. Because like I said, some of it's 4th generation, some of it's 5th generation. So you kind of got to watch what you buy. Pay attention if you've got a 1500 Classic as to what you're buying, because Ram put part of one model year and part of another model year into these trucks. So, but yeah, that's it. That's the long, nice, quick, easy. So just a little quick video just to show you. Got any questions, comment down below, shoot me an email. I'll put some, when I finally take some more detailed pictures, I'll put them up on my Facebook and my Instagram. Matter of fact, here, I'll make room with my Facebook, let it do its thing, and then Instagram will go up and I'll let it do its thing. Email down below. But yeah, that's it. Nice, short, quick video. Like I said, questions, comments, either down in the comment section or shoot me an email. And then I'll let you know. All right? That's all I got. So, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Till then, Happy New Year, YouTube.